Hey, remember World Entertainment? And over the weekend, of course, the Oscars happened. And yes, that's right, the Oscars. But something interesting happened. Now, I'm not sure whether it was actually a part of the ceremony or whether it was during commercial breaks for the ceremony. But a new trailer fight type of featurette thing came out for, I don't actually know whether it was for Fox or Hulu, or I think it was Hulu. I think they said it was a Hulu show reel that was showcased with all these new projects coming up. And in it, we got a brand new, very short clip of Alien Earth. Now, it was mixed in amongst all this other stuff, but there's a very short clip, but we get a good look at the world that we can expect to see in this show. So I will show you the clip. And like again, it's very short. It was part of this highlight reel thing, but we do get to see the first xenomorph kind of outside of the kind of being a part of space and stuff, like actually in action basically. And we also get our first glimpse at Timothy Oliphant. So here is this very, very brief clip, but there is quite a lot in there, including an interesting sound. So check out the clip first. Here it is.
When the monsters come, all you can do is scream.
So there's the clip, and as you can see, for such a short clip, there is quite a lot to unpack there. But this part here says this, which I think is interesting. It says, at the end of the quick clip, we get our first look at the xenomorph outside of the teaser trailer. Quite oddly, there seems to be what sounds like the Predator clicking in the background during the trailer. And if you notice during the trailer, you kind of hear that kind of growly noise the Predator makes, and then a few of the clicky type of sounds it makes. Are they hinting that the Predator is going to be in this thing as well? Could this be actually something that's leading to Alien versus Predator? Now, the thing to keep in mind is, if this is something to do with that, it would probably have nothing to do with what Fede Alvarez has recently said about, oh, I would do it this way so you don't know that it's actually going to be an AVP movie and whatnot. But we know that they want to try and get his timeline of Alien to match up with a Predator timeline. And of course we know that the next Predator movie, Badlands, is set in the future, so it could be in timeline. This show, I believe, is a prequel. It is set, I think, just before Alien. And I also think that it has officially been removed from the actual canon timeline. I don't think this actually lines up with going into Alien and Aliens and whatnot. Could be wrong on that, but I think they have confirmed that. At least we know that Noah Hawley and Fede Alvarez have not been in conversations about whether or not this show takes place in the same universe as Romulus. But with this, so it's kind of like, is it or isn't it actually in there as this Predator versus, or Alien versus Predator? We just don't know. I highly doubt it, but it does sound like the Predator in there, which is weird. So the trailer, of course, opens up with the pods, the stasis pods, which is interesting. Very reminiscent of Alien and Aliens, you know, it has the same look as the Nostromo and stuff like that. I'm curious as to whether or not this is the ship that ends up crashing on Earth, which I believe is meant to crash in Tokyo. But it's the Weyland-Yutani ship, can't remember what it's called, but it's the one you see in the trailer. That very brief teaser trailer where you're kind of running through the hallway, you know, are you on a facehugger, what are you on? And then we see the ship going into the atmosphere. This is possibly that ship. But we saw concept art of this pod, and it's the exact same. So, you know, their concept art seems to be correct for what we could see. Then you get this shot. Now, the next few shots are very un-Alien and don't really look and feel like Alien. So you see these guys in their formation, they look like they're in tactical gear, but they don't look like they're in the Colonial Marines armor or anything like that. They literally just look like a SWAT team moving through grass, which is very interesting. We then get like these three characters. Now, this woman in the front, I believe, is the main star, whose name right now I'm blanking on. No idea about the guy. The woman in the back with the teddy, I think this could possibly be our main character's baby brother. Now, when you hear that, you're like, wait, what? The whole idea with a lot of this is about the artificial life. And what happens is our main character's, I'm pretty sure it's her baby brother, who's like 10 years of age or something, dies. But they upload his consciousness into an android body that's a female adult android body. Or it's the other way around, that it was a sister who passes away and they upload the consciousness into a grown male android body. It's one of those two, but judging by the fact that this woman back here, the redhead, has what looks like a teddy, I'm assuming that it's the brother put into the female body. Either way, that's possibly what this is. Again though, you look at the clothes and stuff, doesn't scream alien universe, which is interesting. As is this image, because this very much just looks like it could be some sort of war movie of any type. It's just very interesting to see that. Are these colonial marines? Is this the other group? Now, I should also mention, we have heard now that the main company that we're focusing on in Alien Earth is called Prodigy, which we know. We also know, of course, Weyland-Yutani is in there. There's another 4 companies, apparently, that are big parts of this series. There is a list that you can find, it could be on AVP Galaxy, that gives you the names of all the companies that are meant to be in this show, like Weyland-Yutani and Prodigy. There's these other groups. Who are these guys a part of? They're clearly not Weyland. Are they part of Prodigy? Are they part of one of the other groups? We don't know, because again, they don't look like colonial marines. And the clothes, the armor that they have, the helmets on, the guns, looks very now rather than futuristic. Then we get what appears to be a guy touching an alien egg. Why in God's name you would touch the egg, I don't know, but that seems to be what they're doing here. It looks like it's the egg, which is just like, that's weird. It also gives you a good indication of just how big the eggs actually are. When you think of the size of a face hugger, the size of this egg, like, bloody massive. Assuming it is the egg, but it definitely looks like the egg. And then of course we get the Timothy Oliphant, who looks very strange and very different in this trailer. It took me a second. I was like, wait, is that Oliphant? It is, with the very white hair and whatnot, and his suit looks more in line with the alien world. I believe he is a villain in this as well, that he is one of the company men that really pushes it, but he's going to be an interesting character to follow in this, I'd assume. Good casting there as well for him. And then of course we get that final shot of a practical suit xenomorph, what looks like about to tear a guy a new one. This xenomorph though, when you look at the face, particularly the gum line and stuff, it looks very like it's clearly a xenomorph, but it also looks quite different. So is this more of an engineered version of an alien, like the xenomorph, or where is this one come from? Even you look at kind of what you can see, the body and the arms, you know, it looks, when you look at the actual xenomorph, it looks more mechanical, which is interesting. You know, we can see the tubes on its back there, but it always looks more mechanical. You always see like pipes, what looks like pipes going through the... This looks very organic. So I'm curious as to whether or not this is some sort of mutated version. Is it actually created in the lab version? I doubt it, but it could be. We just don't know yet. If they're starting to drop stuff like this, I'm assuming we're going to get a trailer soon. I hope we get a trailer soon. An actual full trailer that we can actually start seeing what the hell this show really is. But there is the clip and these images from the clip so you can get a better look. Very quick again, clip, a lot in there. Well, there is a lot in there, but not a lot of time to kind of digest exactly what the hell it is and what's going on. But it looks interesting. It is starting to get more interesting. I just wish we could finally see something more substantial with this. But there you go. So let us know what you think of it. Are you even bothered with this series, or do you just think, it's run its course at this stage and Disney are just going to ruin it? Let us know. And with that, I'll leave it there for this one. So cheers, and I'll catch you in the next.